Hello, I'm Tara Powers, and today I'm here to talk to you about understanding your natural leadership style. In today's blog post, we are talking about 4 critical leadership styles that you need to understand as a woman leader to be more effective with your customers, with your team, and basically in your life. And I'm going to review those 4 styles as we go through this video. And I want you to be thinking about what is your natural tendency? What is your natural preference in terms of how you lead, how you communicate, how you work with others? And the question I want you to be thinking about is it working for you in every situation? Because the one thing I know for sure is that all leaders have strengths and all leaders have opportunities. And if you have a better understanding of who you are and what your style is, you're going to be more successful. So let's jump right into those 4 styles. The first style of leadership that I see women and men exhibit is the bottom line leader. This is a leader who's really direct, focused, to the point. They're bottom line oriented. They really just want to know what is the goal that we need to achieve, and then let me figure out how to get there. If you're a bottom line leader, you're probably seen as someone who can get things done, make decisions quickly, quickly organize people and give them roles and tasks to complete, which is fantastic. That's a huge strength. But on the other hand, you may also be seen as pushy, demanding, and perhaps not really caring about others' feelings as much as they think you could or should be. So one thing for you to consider is in what situations and with what types of people should you spend a little bit more time developing the relationship rather than jumping right down to business and getting right into the numbers, the data, the results, etc. Okay? The second type of leader that I want to talk about today is one that we call the relationship-oriented leader. And if this is you, then you are a leader who tends to be very influential, very enthusiastic and friendly. It's really easy for you to build relationships with people, and you build your relationships through trust, getting to know people, sitting down with them, having coffee with them, understanding who they are at a personal level. And all of that is very, very helpful in today's work environment and in our businesses today. Most relationships are built in this way. However, where you can run into trouble is that perhaps sometimes your ideas and enthusiasm and talkativeness can seem disorganized. And there are certain styles who may see you as less credible because they don't see you as having organized thoughts and well planned out ideas. And so one thing to think about when you're meeting with other people or presenting ideas to other styles or even customers who might buy your product or service is, how do I make sure that I have somewhat of a thought out plan and I've thought through how I'm going to communicate this so that I'm not all over the place with my excitement and passion for what I'm doing. And that's a really good tip for you if you're a relationship oriented leader. Our third type of leader is a supportive leader. And that is a leader who really, really is oriented to the team and supporting the team and helping the team be successful. This type of leader, although might have a leadership title, is completely fine with taking the back seat and really letting their team shine, which is really powerful and can be very effective. One of the things that this type of leader runs into trouble though with is that they can be seen as slow to accept change. And usually that's because you need to understand how you fit within that change and how you support that change. You also like to think things through systematically. And so when someone springs a change on you and you haven't had time to kind of put all those pieces of the puzzle together, that can seem very chaotic and cause disharmony in your environment, which you don't like. The other thing that you need to watch out for as a supportive leader is that you have a tough time saying no. And this is something that I really want you to be aware of, because what's happening is that you're just piling it on and piling it on. And one day that pile's going to get too heavy. And so you really need to take a step back, get clear on what your goals are, and make sure that you set some boundaries that work for you. The fourth type of leader is the detail-oriented leader. And if this is you, then you tend to love facts and data and details. And before you will be willing to make a decision, you want to make sure that you have covered all your bases, you've done all your research, and you analyzed things as much as possible. This is really great because you are very good at not making mistakes. You might be called a perfectionist. On the other hand, a lot of people can see you as being negative because you're really good at pointing out potential problems and obstacles. And because of your desire to analyze, you may also be seen as holding up progress and not willing to make a decision. So what I want you to consider is, where are those opportunities where, rather than always trying to go for 110%, which may not be possible because of time constraints or other issues, where is your 80% good enough? And I know for those of you that are the detail-oriented leader, it's hard to even think of that. But it is really important to recognize those opportunities where you need to let go. I would also encourage you, if you're a detail-oriented leader, you tend to be very professional in your demeanor. I would also encourage you, when those moments arise and it seems like a good opportunity, to open up and let people get to know you a little bit more for some other styles that will help build trust with who you are as a leader. So those are my tips today. I hope that you enjoyed the blog post that goes into a little bit more detail, and that this video was helpful for you as a woman leader to think about, what are my strengths as a leader? How do I leverage them and embrace them? And then what are my opportunities with others to adjust when I might be able to recognize what they need from me that's different than what I naturally tend to do. Good luck in your leadership role. Thank you very much for watching.